The feeding of the 5,000, a miracle of provision and faith. The story of the feeding of the 5,000, found in the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, stands as one of the most renowned miracles performed by Jesus Christ during his earthly ministry. This remarkable event not only showcases Jesus' divine power but also carries profound spiritual and theological significance. Through examining each gospel account and delving into the historical and cultural context, we can gain a deeper understanding of this miraculous feeding and its enduring relevance for believers today. The setting and context. The feeding of the 5,000 takes place within the broader narrative of Jesus' ministry, a period characterized by his teaching, healing, and demonstrations of divine authority. In each gospel, the event occurs following a time of intense activity and interaction with both crowds and disciples. According to Matthew, Mark, and Luke, the feeding miracle transpires in a desolate place, where Jesus withdraws with his disciples after hearing about the death of John the Baptist. Matthew 14:13-14, Mark 6:30-32, Luke 9:10. Despite seeking solitude, Jesus is met by a large crowd upon his arrival, indicating the widespread recognition and appeal of his ministry. John's Gospel provides additional details, placing the feeding miracle near the time of the Passover, during which Jesus crosses the Sea of Galilee and finds himself followed by a multitude seeking signs and wonders. John 6:1-5. This gospel emphasizes Jesus' awareness of the impending miracle and his testing of Philip regarding the means to feed the crowd. The miracle unfolds. In all four gospel accounts, the stage is set for a miraculous demonstration of divine provision. With a vast crowd gathered in a remote location and evening approaching, the disciples express concern over the lack of food. In response, Jesus initiates a dialogue with his disciples, testing their faith and revealing his intention to perform a miraculous sign. Matthew, Mark, and Luke record the disciples' pragmatic suggestion to send the crowds away to nearby villages to purchase food for themselves. However, Jesus redirects their attention to the resources at hand, prompting them to bring whatever food they possess. In John's Gospel, Jesus specifically asks Philip how they might buy bread to feed the multitude, initiating a conversation that leads to the revelation of the upcoming miracle. Despite the seemingly insurmountable challenge posed by the size of the crowd and the scarcity of provisions, Jesus takes charge of the situation. He instructs the disciples to organize the people into groups and seats them on the grass. Taking the meager offering of 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, Jesus blesses the food, breaks it, and distributes it to the crowd through the hands of his disciples. Symbolism and significance. The feeding of the 5,000 serves as a multifaceted symbol, rich in theological significance and spiritual lessons. At its core, the miracle demonstrates Jesus' divine authority over the natural world, affirming his identity as the Son of God and the fulfillment of Old Testament prophecies regarding the Messiah. The provision of food to satisfy the physical hunger of the crowd points to Jesus as the ultimate source of sustenance and satisfaction. Just as he miraculously multiplied the loaves and fish to meet the immediate needs of the multitude, Jesus offers spiritual nourishment and abundance to all who come to him in faith. Furthermore, the role of the disciples in the miracle underscores the importance of human cooperation and participation in God's redemptive work. Despite their initial doubts and concerns, the disciples obey Jesus' instructions and witness firsthand the power of God at work in their midst. This serves as a reminder that God often chooses to work through ordinary individuals, using their limited resources and abilities to accomplish extraordinary feats for his glory. The gathering of the 12 baskets of leftover fragments following the feeding miracle symbolizes the abundance and generosity of God's provision. Not only does Jesus satisfy the immediate hunger of the crowd, but he also exceeds their expectations, providing an abundance that far surpasses their initial offering. This serves as a testament to God's lavish grace and his willingness to abundantly bless those who trust in him. Interpretations and applications. Throughout the centuries, the feeding of the 5,000 has inspired countless interpretations and applications within Christian theology and spirituality. From a theological perspective, the miracle serves as a foreshadowing of the Eucharist, in which believers partake of the body and blood of Christ as a symbol of spiritual nourishment and communion with God. Moreover, the feeding miracle serves as a powerful illustration of Jesus' compassion for the marginalized and needy. By ministering to the physical hunger of the crowd, Jesus demonstrates his concern for the holistic well-being of individuals, addressing both their material and spiritual needs. On a practical level, the feeding of the 5,000 challenges believers to trust in God's provision, even in the face of scarcity and uncertainty. Just as Jesus multiplied the loaves and fish to feed the multitude, he invites his followers to offer themselves and their resources in service to others, trusting that God will multiply their efforts for the advancement of his kingdom. Conclusion: the feeding of the 5,000 stands as a testament to the power, compassion, and generosity of Jesus Christ. This miraculous event transcends its historical context to convey timeless truths about God's provision, the importance of faith, and the transformative impact of encountering the living Christ. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. For more information, also, leave a comment before going to next video.